It looks a little like bluegrass instrumentation, but you'll soon find out. The music they do is extremely original and very, very entertaining. Please welcome back to the mountain stage, the Punch Brothers. Larry Gross, mountainstage.org is where you can hear the show, and the Punch Brothers are our guests this week, and our good friend Chris Thiele is here. Their new record is called Anti-Fogmatic. That's right, Anti-Fogmatic. And it's a great CD, as all of their recordings have been.
Well, thank you,
sir.
Very,
very interesting music, very, you know, kind of far out in many ways. These songs were co-composed by everybody?
Yeah, it's a collaborative affair this time.
How did you do that?
And this time, well, when you collaborate, by necessity, things need to be a little bit more direct and concise. And so gone are the 10, 12-minute affairs that we had the last time we were here. These are a little bit more. They're less impressionistic. They're a little bit more. You know what? This is what happened, which is really fun, and I think actually fits the collective identity of the band.
You are to me like a very, very wild thing. These are to me like the games I played before I heard they weren't safe to play. You are to me like a very, very wild thing.
Did somebody bring in a seed of something, like you or someone else, and then everybody works with it, or did you just sit around and say, "Hey, let's try this"? How did the process work?
It was anything from one of those to the.
Okay.
It was anything. It was oftentimes someone had a little germ of an idea that we then all contracted and developed. But sometimes it really is like a sit in a room. Hey, fellas, what do we want to hear? Which is really, to me, the kind of purest form of composition is what am I not hearing that I'd really love to hear, you know, and just think really hard about that, and something will pop up if you're living a musical life. You know, all of the stuff that you hear is bouncing around inside, and it caroms off of the various parts of your musicianship that are kind of yours, and they eventually change. And if you're lucky, they'll come out as something, you know, aspects of which hopefully are unique.
She puts my body away next to the trash under the sink, along with all of the cleaning supplies and the things that we buy and decide we don't need. Well, it's damp and it's so dark and it's so lonely in here next to the trash under the sink, but everyone needs some time off now and then. So I'm happy my friends don't feel sorry for me.
You have bounced around in various ways for landing in the Punch Brothers, which, how long has this band been together? Several years.
Well, in one form or another for 5 now.
Yeah.
You know, and we went through a couple.
How to grow a band.
It's
almost the same people, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's the same. 4 members in common. We have our sort of incredible new bass player, Mr. Paul Coert, yeah. Who has been in the band now for 2 years, and to me the band kind of really started to gel when he hopped on board. It's just a very unified. There's 5 guys who want the same thing, and it's easier to get it when you're all that aligned. I think we're pretty aligned right now.
5 of you all just came together from various places, got together, and where do you live in the same area now?
Yeah, we all live in New York.
Okay, so you're all
we have our fiddle player is the lone Manhattanite. Everyone else lives in Brooklyn now.
Okay.
And just loving it in the same place. So when it gets that, we've been in tour mode for quite some time. But as soon as at year's end, we'll go back into creative mode, and that's when living in the same city really.
Yeah,
really
that's well, the way
gets
you work and the complexity of the material, you're going to have some time to get this together. You can't go on the road and just throw this stuff out. I mean, you can improvise, but
Right.
the way these pieces are, you're going to have to know.
Although it's getting a little bit more freewheeling. I mean, that's something, as you say, the band can improvise, and that was something I think that was a little lacking on previous projects, and you know, that needs to be present. And I feel like we're, as a band, constantly searching for a balance between music that excites the mind and music that connects with the body.
Yeah.
Both need to be present.
It's a downside better than long and bitter, don't you think? Keep your feet wide and your eyes dry, 'cause you're only as good as your last goodbye.
You don't want people sitting there listening to music, you know, sort of imagining that the artist must be there, kind of like X's and O's on a chalkboard. You know, that's not what you want to. What you want to think about. You want it all to be a very liquid and you sort of transcendent experience. That's what music and art are about. Is transcendence, personal and communal.
Rye whiskey makes the band sound better, makes your baby cuter, makes yourself taste sweeter. Oh boy, rye whiskey makes your heart.
Good to have the Punch Brothers back again, mountainstage.org, and your website.
Oh, yeah, punchbrothers.com.
Huh.